Welcome to Home Biz Tax Talk. My name is Lysandra Everett. I am the Home Biz Tax Lady, where I help home business owners win the tax game. Home Biz Tax Talk airs Monday through Friday, 9 o'clock-ish. And when you tune into my show, you're going to hear about topics that are important to the home business community. All right, except for today, though. So today is some soap opera stuff, all right? This is one of those things that caught my eye, and I said, oh my gosh, I really have to share this with my audience. So this article was actually on Forbes, and so this is some crazy stuff. All right. So the New York's, taxi king, he goes by Gene Friedman. I was about to jack up his name because it's, whatever. But anyway, he is described as a Russian immigrant who pleaded guilty to a single count of criminal tax fraud, agreeing that he failed to remit $5 million in MTA surcharge taxes between 2012 and 2015. Now, an MTA surcharge tax, what that is if you take a cab ride in New York, you are assessed a 50 cents tax that you as a customer have to pay. And the cab companies are responsible for collecting that and then paying that to the state of New York. Well, this dude did not do that. And what it says is that he admitted that he built his empire by stealing from New Yorkers, said the Attorney General. He pocketed the money that should have provided much needed investment in our transit system, and he'll have to pay back every cent. So they filed this indictment in June of 2017 for him and his business partner. The original indictment was 4 counts of criminal tax fraud in the first degree and 1 count of grand larceny. Okay. Now, so before this indictment, though, this had already come out that he had not been paying these taxes. And so it was a civil matter. Civil meaning that the IRS says, hey, you owe us money. And I say, no, I don't. And I'm going to dispute that. That is a civil matter. But if they keep investigating and keep digging and it gets worse and worse, and it gets to the point where it is just undeniable that what you did was willful, and the amount that you evaded paying was a significant underpayment amount, then that's when it becomes criminal. Okay. And so this guy was seriously in charge of some taxi companies and taxi stuff in New York. Okay. And it says as a result of his influence in the taxi business, he owned or managed a fleet of over 260 medallion taxi cabs. The medallion is a thing in the taxi cabs that allows you to operate, and they can issue those to where they're trying to limit the amount of cabs in the state. And so he managed a fleet of over 260 medallion cabs and leased hundreds of additional medallions from other owners. Okay. And so, like I said, the purpose of the medallion is to regulate the number of taxis allowed to operate in a particular border. Okay. Taxis in New York and Philadelphia cannot operate without them. So that makes them, pretty valuable to a cab driver. Okay. So here's the thing. So the question became in my mind, how'd this dude get caught? And this is why I had to bring this. And this is why this is some soap opera stuff, because it says that some of the medallions that this guy Friedman leased belonged to Michael Cohen, who is President Trump's personal attorney. Ain't that some popcorn right there? Okay. And according to the New York Times, Friedman's was Cohen's partner in the taxi business for years. The pair was so close that Cohen reportedly managed Friedman's cabs after city regulators barred the taxi king from managing his taxi medallions last year. Ain't that some popcorn? Okay. So then that led me to think how did they get to this dude? And so then I went to look back to find out when Michael Cohen's investigation started. Okay. And it's in a couple of the articles I read, it just said that Michael Cohen had been under investigation for months. It doesn't say how long, it just says for months. And so this is how this is how the dominoes start to fall. Okay. And this is what you really want to pay attention to. Like, people want to know, like, when they're trying to dodge stuff, like how do folks wind up getting caught? It's the snowball effect. It really is. So you just imagine they're investigating Michael Cohen. Now, when they investigate you, they investigate, they investigate your finances. They investigate your taxes. They investigate your personal life. They start turning over all your stuff, your business, everything. Okay. Anything that's got your name on it, they start investigating that. And so they could have been investigating Michael Cohen for something completely unrelated, but happened to stumble on this stuff. Okay. And so once they stumble on this stuff, they call Iris. Hey, Iris, check this out, right? So then that's when you start, that's when they get investigated. Okay. If they happen to come across, these types of financial crimes in the course of the investigation, then they're going to go after it. They have to. Okay. This isn't one of those, okay, we just go. No, they're going to come for that. Now, it also says in this article that some media outlets are reporting that the plea agreement, because he did take a plea deal, and he's got to pay back that $5 million. And in his plea, wait a minute, let me see how much it says. In his plea, within 30 days, he must pay restitution in the amount of $500,000. Prior to sentencing, he must pay an additional $500,000 and agree to cover all MTA tax liabilities owed from January 1, 2012 through December 31st, 2015. So he got a whole bunch of money to be paying back to stay out of jail. But some media outlets are reporting that as a part of this plea agreement, that it requires Friedman to cooperate in an ongoing investigation, prompting allegations that Friedman may turn on Cohen. Get the second box of popcorn, okay? But the Attorney General has not confirmed any search requirement as a part of the plea. Right now, that's just the scuttlebutt, okay? So I'm telling y'all want to know how these tax crimes happen? This is how stuff happens, okay? 9 times out of 10, this stuff doesn't even start out being about finances. It's about something else, and then the investigation leads to the financial crimes part. And those financial crimes, if they can't make a case against you on the other stuff, them financial crimes, they're going to come for you, okay? Financial crimes is crazy. Like, some of those sentences can be really, because usually with the financial crimes, it's not one instance of tax evasion. It's not like, it's like 1 year, like 2012, and said, okay, we ain't gonna pay them. No, he willfully did that over and over again. So there's a pattern, there's a history. And so when they choose to indict you on these financial crimes, they have absolutely zero doubt in their minds that you did it. Okay, because as you can see, he agreed to plead guilty, and he paying the restitution. He paying this money back so he can stay out of jail. Okay, and this is what I tell people too, that even though you owe money to the IRS, they're really not looking to put you in jail. But you know what? And especially if he's agreeing. If it turns out to be true that he's agreeing to cooperate with an ongoing investigation, and he gonna flip some stuff on Michael Cohen, this little case right here is gonna be something to watch, okay? So that is what's going on in the tax soap opera news, okay? Like, these bodies are falling. So like someone said, there's a whole bunch of smoke. Where there's smoke, there's fire somewhere. Okay. This ain't just steam. There is really something ongoing, because if you look at the amount of financial crimes, because Paul Manafort is still dealing with his stuff as well, right? He tried to get his case thrown out, and the judge said no. Okay, and so this is the second financial crimes case that's tied to this whole thing, and this is crazy, y'all. Okay, But all right, so that's it for soap operas for today. Yep, I know it ain't have nothing to do with home business taxes, but man, this is some good stuff right here. So I will be watching and seeing what is going on with this case. I hope it was something just a little juicy to take your mind off of regular stuff and, you know, what's going on in regular life and whatnot. So thank you guys so much for tuning into Home Biz Tax Talk again. We air Monday through Friday, 9 o'clock-ish, and you can come here to get your questions answered about your home business taxes. All right, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.